So we'll take a look at how to connect to CSV file, JSON file. CSV file already we have seen it, and how to do the data profiling, everything. And JSON and SQL Server, we will continue that one also, and then we will jump into Power BI data sets. Okay, and followed by this, we will take a look at other topics. Okay. Okay, we will start with this one. I just opened my Power BI desktop and click on cross, and we will click on get data. Let me do one thing. Let me cross check. Yes, recording is going on. And now we will start load the JSON file. Yeah, I remember how to connect to SQL Server and how to load the data file from Excel to SQL Server. We have seen it, right? That is also we have seen it. Anyhow, I will just show you one more time. SSMS. Type SSMS and press enter. So before we start work with Power BI desktop, we will do some data loading task in SSMS. Type SSMS and launch the SSMS. Those of you have some system problems, just watch my video. That is enough. Okay. And once your system is up and running, you can start and watch my video and practice it. It's all very simple one. But guys, believe me or not, in real time scenario, we don't do any installation. But in your laptop, you have to do it, right? Even SQL Server will not be available in your laptop. In the case of real time scenario, they will have the SQL Server running on the cloud, Azure cloud. Most of the customers, they have the SQL Server running on Azure cloud. Just give me a second. Sorry. Okay, it got launched. You can see the server types. All the default settings got picked up automatically. You don't have to do anything. Simply click on connect. It'll take just a few seconds to connect to the SQL Server Management Studio. And here, if you okay, databases. Click on this plus sign next to the databases. And here you can see all the tables, whatever I have created already, you can find it here. And in your case, I would suggest you can right click on the databases icon here. If you try to do it side by side with me, you can do it, or else you can watch it and you do it later. Okay. You need to go here and right click on new database. Here you need to specify your, let's say your thing is like category planning or HR, let's know HR department. Okay. And I just type some name for the database. Give some meaningful name. Don't give your name. Okay. Click on add. Click on OK. Sorry, I shouldn't have done this. Here, remove and click on OK. That's it. It's that simple. It is that much simple. Creating a database in SQL Server. Simply right click on this one databases. Click on the new database. Specify the database name. For example, I create another one sales, or let's say we have something like cross selling, and click on OK. That's all. You don't have to do anything. Look here, another database got there, cross selling. I just click on this to expand the other folders, to view the other folders. Okay. Now what I do is I just load the tables, Excel files here. How do I load this? Right click on it. And since a few of you asked how to load it again, right? Look here, import data. You need to go here. Can you all see it here? Just give me a second. Let me just. So here, this is my database name I created recently. Right click on this database name. You will find task. Under task, you will find import data. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Sorry, I just. When you click on the import data, it will open something. One second, let me redo it one more time because I used some other tool here to highlight that when I used it. Import data, click on it. And here you will have to select Excel, Microsoft Excel. And here make sure that you are using 2007, 2003. And whichever version that you are using it, you need to select that version, appropriate version. Okay. And then you just go and specify the file name with the path name. Hmm. I'm going to load this file now, nc sales.xls. Okay, just select this file, click on this file, and then right click on it, and then go to properties. Hmm. It's not showing the path. Why? One second, it should show. Okay, just simply click on it here in this place. You select the folder name and then type it here and then put the /, right click on it and rename it and take everything and copy paste. That's all. This is a very logical step. If you want to load the data from your Windows, see currently it is in my Windows system. The data is in my Windows system here, and from here I want to load it into my SQL Server. This path I need to specify it here. I need to tell very clearly to the SQL Server, hey, go and pick up this file from this folder. And then next step is make sure that you are using the proper version of Microsoft Excel. Supposing in this case I am using XLS, it is 97 2003 version of it. Hence you need to select the appropriate and select Microsoft Excel. This is very important step. Okay, and then the next step is click on next. And now it is asking for the destination. From your laptop, D colon this folder, where should I load it? You need to tell logically the SQL Server client, SQL Server native client. It's something like when you get bored into your cab or auto, you need to tell them from where to where you want to go, right? So now that's what we are doing. From the Windows to SQL Server, load this file. That's all. So next, click on this icon button. Next button. Wait for some time. And here, next. The preview is not required, any of it is good. So this is the one I selected it. So this one holds all the data in it. And click on edit mapping just for your confirmation. Make sure that the product ID, and this is my source. In the Excel file, what are the columns are it displays? Or if you want to rename the column name, you can rename it here. Okay. For example, if you want to rename it list underscore price, something like that. Okay, you can do it. But anyhow, I'm not going to do anything now. So it's just but in real time scenario, you will find a lot of issues. Okay, column name issue and data type will not be in the proper thing. You can go and check it correctly, whether it's mapping it correctly or not, or rename the destination column names. Click on OK, and then next, finish, and one more finish. Success, 92 rows transformed. We're able to load 92 rows successfully from my NC sales to that one. So here, okay, from which database I load, from where I loaded, cross-selling, okay, tables. I don't see anything here. Okay, so all you need to just click on this refresh icon and then expand the table. Yes, NC sales dollar is there. Okay. Since I right clicked on this and then when I selected import data, obviously that table, the Excel file data gets loaded into this database only. You can also load it into some other database. In our case, we want to load it here only. And I'm going to load another file. So here I'm going to say product.data.xls. No, dim product. Yeah, this is the one, dim product. From here to here, I'm going to load it. Simply d colon that one and dim product dot xls, and everything is same. And here also the same thing. You need to load it into. That's all. Okay. Here, look here, database. Instead of loading it in cross-selling, you can select some other databases. Okay. And since we have selected the import from the cross-selling database, by default, this one will get loaded into the database. So let me just select this one and edit mappings. It's all good. Okay, next, finish, finish. 14 rows transferred. Okay, we are able to load the files, Excel files as tables into my SQL Server using SQL Server Management Studio. And here, if I see here, still only one table is there. Click on this refresh button and then expand tables one more time. So now you can see the tables got loaded. See those two Excel file data got loaded as a table, but the table name got ended with dollar. Or what it is by default, it will end with the suffix dollar. Remove it, rename it. Okay. How do I rename it? Right click on it, and then you have something called rename. That's all. Now, how do I check what all the data are there in this one? And right click on it. Right click on the table. Click on select top 1000 rows. And wait for some time. You don't have to write any SQL query. The SSMS itself generates the SQL query on your behalf. Look here. So data got loaded successfully. We can see the data available in these tables. And then I'm going to select NC sales. I will do the same check here also. Yes, the data are available. Very good. So the data are available. Fine. So these queries are generated automatically. All we need to just point and click on it. So that is the special highlights of using the SSMS tool. You don't have to write SQL query. You don't have to be familiar with the syntax of the SQL query at all. Okay. Okay, we are done with that one. Next, what we will do is we will connect to SQL Server, and I will show you how you can here it is there SQL Server. Click on it. It's not moving. Since I opened many things, it is slow. Here you need to specify the server name. How do you get the server name? Look here in your thing. Here you can find it here, and here you cannot get it. What I would say, click on connect one more time. That's all. Right click on it, copy, and paste it here. Okay. See, that's what you should be very smart. Don't waste time in breaking your head in installing, uninstalling. Okay, simply install it and start practice it. Okay, and the database name here. What is the database name? Cross selling. Sometimes what will happen is in a real time scenario, the tables will be available in more than one database. In that case, you don't have to specify the database name. Simply click on OK. It will open all the databases. And then whichever data, for example, I just show you here. Click on OK. The default connectivity mode is import. It is loading. You need to have a lot of patience because it is opening the entire thing. All the database it will show you. It will take a lot of time. Usually, you don't have to do it. Even if the tables are available in more than one database, you give the each database name and look here. Now this is the option, and here I go and expand dim product and NC sales and dim product. And if I go to my sales database, here I already have the dim category. I don't have to load it from my Excel. Already I used the Excel file to create the table here, and dim product and dim customer and dim location and what else, and dim employee, and then that's all. Okay, I'm going to click on load. That's it. So from different databases we have connected, and we have loaded the tables. Yeah, the load is currently happening. I have used the default connectivity mode. Import. The entire table data will get downloaded and loaded into my Power BI desktop. This is the default connectivity mode. The advantage of import is manifold, and the performance is pretty faster because it is in memory. And the another advantage of import is you can use all DAX functions. DAX. What is that? DAX functions. So let me just all DAX function. DAX functions are one second. You can use almost all the DAX functions on the imported data. So when you used the import connectivity to load the data, you can use all kind of DAX functions. Now, what is DAX function? Data analytics expression. This is an advanced topic in Power BI desktop, and most of the interviews they expect you to be good at DAX functions. Don't worry, we will discuss in detail later point in time. All right, so now the data got loaded successfully, dim category, everything. Okay, and if you want to see the columns, click on the greater than sign. You can see the column name, and click on the data view, And if you, whichever table data you want to see it, click on the appropriate table on the right side, and you can see the corresponding data on the left side. And then the next one is bin location, bin employee, and the NC sales. Yeah, everything is data is there. Good. So now you learned how to import the data from the SQL server. But the thing is, NC sales, I have, let me do one thing. I'm going to delete it from the model. I just go to the get data and click on SQL server. Here the same thing. I think it's already there. Very good. Okay. Here I'm going to use, look here, I'm going to select something called direct query now. Okay, just click on the direct query. Instead of import, do this one. And here I'm going to use the sales database. I know very well the database name, hence I just simply click on sales and click on OK. Here, sales fact. This table, I'm going to import it using the direct query mode. Okay, in the sense, we are not going to import the data. We are going to import only the metadata. What is metadata? It'll, 1 second, sorry, I mistakenly pressed something. So biggest thing, if you mistakenly select and press some key, you're gone. Yeah, Power BI desktop is hanging. Okay, I should have used the Control W. So look here, I just reconnect one more time SQL server, and then I just copy paste this one. And here I'm going to use the direct query mode, and I know the database name as sales. Here I'm going to select the sales fact table, and I will load this table into here. You need to check mark. You need to select this one here. Okay, only then the load icon will get enabled. So you can take a cursory look at it. It is always a good practice. Okay, instead of blindly loading it, make sure that all the columns have at least data in it, and see any data related issues. Okay, nothing is there. I'm going to click on load. Though it shows the data preview window, so potential security, you can simply ignore it. Okay, that is just some kind of security verification. So in the data preview window, which it has shown all the data related to sales fact table, look here on the right side, got loaded here. What it got loaded? The table name and then the column name, and in case of any relationship for this table, only these three information get loaded into Power BI desktop in the case of direct connectivity mode. This is not import. Okay, and if you go to the data view, you can see this one, the relation. Look here, these are the relationship. And then the sales fact, where it is that. Because the sales fact table, yeah, it got displayed there. This is my sales fact table. And if you look at, in this model view, you can see the table names, the tables are appearing this way. This is called your data model. And here, the difference between these tables and this one is the this table on top, you can see the blue color thing. It means, this table we have loaded in directory mode. Whereas these two tables or other tables we loaded in import connectivity mode. So these data are now, all these data are loaded, whereas this table data was not loaded. Only the metadata, the table name, column name, and probably the relationship will also get loaded here. The blue color tells us very clearly, we did not load the data into Power BI desktop. And rather, we just imported the table name, column name. That's all. Okay. But behind the scene, it will import the relationship also for this table. Okay. And okay, the next one is, okay, we are done with SQL Server connection. With JSON, I'm sure I covered this one, but I don't remember since I did not share the video. But going forward, I will do it then and there to avoid this kind of confusion. Let's wait for some time. It's being loaded. Okay. Click on the JSON here and click connect. You can see product underscore data. There is a file called product underscore data. It is a JSON file, JavaScript object notation. This is an advanced version of XML file. Those days, people were using XML file. Still, companies are using XML file, but XML file has some kind of disadvantages. Hence, they developed the JSON type format of files. Okay. Look here, this file has, I'm able to open the JSON file. Nothing. Okay. And close and apply. When you do this, we're all set. Now we are able to load the JSON files also successfully into this. And the next one is the Power BI data sets. Uh, Power BI data sets, we will see it a little later. One second, let me just go back here. Everything got loaded. Now, I'll show you how to do append and merge.